We're going to talk Red Sox baseball against the Rays up until maybe about 7 o'clock. Game first pitch is at 7:10. So that's what we'll do because that's what we want to do. We are live. So enter the chat. I love this technology. It's really cool. All right, I just posted some stuff. If you want to, the Red Sox take on the Rays again, middle game of the series. Another tough one last night. You know, the kind of the constant right now for the Red Sox has been, playing the game the right way, pitching, defense, running the bases, all of that stuff. That stuff has been killing them. So need to clean that up. They got Lucas Giolito on the bump tonight. Pepiot, who's going for the Rays, is pretty good. But Giolito needs to step up. I talked about this. I do a podcast called Red Sox Now. I'm going to leave the link in there. But I feel like the offense has been pretty good for the Red Sox. The starting pitching has underperformed. The defense continues to continues the same stuff. And the base running. But last night, I know Roman Anthony made an error, and we have to point that out. He's a rookie. I have told this to a lot of people. You're going to have to live with the ups and downs, the peaks and valleys of the younger players. They're going to make their mistakes. You got to live with it. And you got to take the good with the bad, because we've seen what happens when younger players get there for the first time. It is incredibly hard for these guys. So you got to give them a break, right? You got to give them a break. So I'm going to add a banner here. Where is it? There we go. So the Red Sox will start at 7:10. It's been pretty miserable all day, but looks like they'll be good to get their game in with no issues. It's unbelievable the weather that we've had here. It's the NBA. It's just we're looking at going on another Saturday potentially with rain. We'd have 14 in a row. But what do we think of the Red Sox going forward? For me, it is obviously the defense. Listen, you're not going to hit every game. You're not going to pitch every game. You've got to figure out, that's got to get better, right? And of course, the starting pitching, you have no chance. No chance. Look at the Yankees right now. They are missing their top 2 starters, right? And they're still beating you. Like that should not happen, but it is happening. Um, he played a great series in New York, but again, if you continue to do those things, defensively, it's just not gonna matter. So, look at the lineup. As always, Duran and Devers. Abraham Toro, I think, has been one of the best stories of this club right now. Abraham Toro is hitting third again tonight for the second straight night. He's hitting 333. Carlos Narvaez, who could be on the All-Star team, could be Rookie of the Year, is catching. Roman Anthony, looking for his first big league hit, is in right field. Trevor Story at short. Marcelo Meyer at third, Christian Campbell at second, and Cedon Rafaela is in center with Lucas Giolito on the hill. The Rays have Diaz in lefts, Brandon Lau at second, Caminaro, who I really like, really good player is Caminaro. He's at third. Aranda's at DH. He's good. Christopher Morel, who they got from the Cubs. J-Lo. Josh Lowe. That's how the Rays broadcaster said. That's how you remember it. Bilao and J-Lo. That's how they remember because they're spelled the same. Caballero at short. Jake Mangum, who I saw rehab with Durham a few weeks ago. He's in center. And then Danny Jansen, the former Red Sox and Blue Jay, will round out the order for the Rays in their game. I want to see what Roman Anthony's odds to hit a home run tonight. The ball off his bat is just, it's incredible how hard he hits the ball. His odds have gone down. 550 plus 550 to hit a home run. He had an RBI last night. He was 0 for 4 in that game. Yeah, pitching. Got to have it. You're right. Mike. You know, right now, your second best starter. Well, maybe it's unfair to say this to Bayo, but because Bayo, he's should be ahead of Hunter Dobbins, but in terms of, after Crochet, maybe you can just put them all in a vacuum, right? Bueller, Dobbins, Bayo, Giolito. 4 of them have not been great. The start by Walker Bueller really messed everything up. We talk about this a lot during the minor league games, how you have one blow-up start and it really affects your bullpen. That Bueller game on Friday, him going 2 innings. Yeah, Bayo, he's got more of a body of work this year than Dobbins. Dobbins hasn't pitched much, but Dobbins has looked pretty good. So, yeah, I'd put Bayo and then Dobbins and then these other 2, but they need to step up. I thought offensively, and I've said this a lot, you really needed something to happen when Bregman went down, and you got it from Abraham Toro. Toro's really kind of taken that crown. You know what is that race where they hand the baton? Is that what it is? Toro's taken that, and you can kind of combine him and Bregman right now. So you haven't lost anything. Now, defensively, of course, Myers played great at third, but you've slotted Toro in for Bregman. You've gotten through that. You've scored a ton of runs. The offense has been incredible right now. They have 8 losses where they've scored 5 or more runs already. 8. That's a lot. 8 of 36. If you have just won half of those, you're 36 and 32, and we're talking about this team completely different. Look at how people are gloating and going crazy all over Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's 36-30. I bet Tampa doesn't have eight losses when they've scored 5 or more runs. They run the bases better than you do. And here's another thing about Tampa Bay for years. They've always been young. We blame bad base running and defense on young players. Okay. They seem to do okay with it. There is a natural desire. Yeah, I agree with you and Giolito. There's a desire to gravitate to the lineup, which I get. I think Roman Anthony, who is their most popular player right now, I think some of the accolades and some of the jubilation from the fans is because hope. They really hope that this guy is part of the next big thing, which I do. I think he's a superstar, but I just don't think those are the problems right now. If this was like, I get it with Kansas City calling up Jack Caglione, their offense has struggled, but last night's game is like a bad Friday the 13th sequel. We've seen that over and over and over again, right? We've seen that a lot, that kind of game. We don't want to see that kind of game anymore. We want to have better games. Yeah. Yeah, I don't care about the runners in scoring position when you score 8 runs. The play that, I hate to get on Anthony, but you can't do that, and it has nothing to do with him playing right field. That's just a ground ball, but he's nervous. It's and the speed of the game is different. I bet, he hasn't seen many balls off the bat with that kind of velocity, and he's a rookie. But these are the things you're going to have to live with too. The extremes with the younger guys. And I hope Red Sox fans are going to be all right with that because there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. That's why Alex Cora is protecting some of these guys, which is good. Jackson Holiday came up last night. He couldn't eat last year, didn't even get a hit. They had to send him back. But Roman Anthony could go 4 for 4 tonight. He really could. He's that type. The thing is, the way he controls the strike zone is advanced. It's a lot how Benintendi was when he was in the minors. He rarely swung at bad pitches. But you're going to have to live with those things. I mean, but to the other extreme, the way Myers played third base he looks extremely comfortable and it looks like it's no problem. So I'm impressed by that. This young core is good. Christian Campbell's going to be good. Here's how I feel about sending him back. I know that others have been sent back, but they're kids. And if we give these guys 1 month of struggles and say you're out, that's not going to be really good for guys like Roman Anthony and Meyer. Be like, oh, geez, if I'm not good. So, if you're going to commit to the younger players, you're going to have to live with it. And listen, Campbell's not the only one in the big leagues that's having a bad month. I mean, hitting is universally down in the game. We don't see many guys hitting over 300. So, all right, the Red Sox begin in about 5 minutes. So we're going to try to do this as much as we can. Yep. See ya, bud. We'll try to do this as much as we can when I'm not working calling games and the Red Sox are home. Do a little pregame and maybe postgame. Maybe not tonight, but maybe down the road we can build this up. We will do that. So enjoy the game. Go Red Sox, and make sure to watch Red Sox Now on YouTube.